Hi, everybody. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines. It's normally with Debbie and Lisa, but Debbie is not with me this time. We had a discussion and we decided that it was a good idea to just do this anyway while she is in absentia. Um, Actually, before I begin anything, I do want to say that this is an important day for Debbie. Her son, who is her guardian angel, and is most likely a guardian angel for a lot of us. Um, this is his birthday. So if everybody could just take a moment and give Debbie some love on that realm. But she is spending time with family out of town. There was a recent loss last month, so late last month. So she's taking care of things over there, and that's why she's not here. And um, we miss her and we love her. So send Debbie some love, guys. Send Debbie some love and hugs. Um, Aside from that, this is new. Me going live for this. So I, put your questions in. I'm gonna do my best, guys. Just go ahead and put in your questions. We're doing political. I know we're just doing this on my channel only. So Debbie wasn't able to stream it to her own. I know that a lot of people that watch this channel don't necessarily expect the serious political readings, but that's what we're doing today, guys. Sorry, it's happening. But yeah, please put your questions in. I'm gonna do my best to do the pinning, the answering, the reading, all that stuff. But thanks for being here. Please hit the like button and subscribe. And of course, Free Bird Spirit. It's Debbie's channel. So please make sure you go to her channel and you're subscribed. And watch all her videos. She's always got content. Things have been a little sketchy in her world right now, so she hasn't been able to upload as often as she'd like. But watch her old stuff because she's got good information there and good readings. But she will be back. She'll be back soon. I think next week we'll be back on track. So there's that too. All right. Enough of that. Thank you for being here. And here we go with the political questions. So put them in. Right now, everybody's in the chats just putting in the love for Deb. Yes, absolutely, guys. Thank you for that. She will appreciate that for sure. It's an important day and it's an important time frame. So lots going on. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Deborah said, "You are great. We love you, Southern Kiddo." The South. That's right. Thank you for that. Thank you. All right. So we're getting a couple of questions in here. I mean, how's everybody doing? I know I'm settling in at my new residence in Colorado. So I have not quite tuned in all the time. I do know that right now, the regime doing their thing, lots of speculation. I do kind of want to do a semi nailed it on something because it might have been last week or the week before. I was with Debbie and I said something about MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene, maybe flipping, maybe talking. I did see like some random video where she's kind of starting to get in opposition of the guy. And then kind of in jest, I did say something about how things are going to be really shaking up prior to Halloween. We're here in October. Things are happening. He 45. He's showing the signs of decline. I think they script him with things to say, and I think he's just doing his own thing. He's careless. He's missing. There's just a lot going on with that, with him, with his sons, different things. So like I said, I think that makes for a better reading sometimes if you don't always tune in. So, maybe that'll be beneficial to all of us today, because I know some of the highlights. And the Chicago thing. Apparently we've moved on from the immigrants and now we are infiltrating Black communities, predominantly Black communities, to do the raids. I don't know if you all saw that. It's a real thing that's going on. So it's just a matter of time. We're all on the list in one way or another. It's just a matter of how soon that falls in, and that's so un-American. It's things are getting serious, but I think things are coming to a head too with the Epstein stuff. So I don't know. Prior to Halloween, maybe I was joking. I don't know. It almost feels like this might be the month for things to get revved up. The military is not happy with the way he's representing, the way that he called all the heads of all the military representatives all over the place, and the vulnerability of that, putting all of our superpowers in one spot, dumb. There's that. But anyway, okay, all right. Looking at the chat. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to share what I do know, but we'll see what's going on. All right. Okay, let's see here. All right, I'm starting some things. Hi, Sunny. Hi, Amanda. Hi, everybody. So good to see you guys. All right. Let me start some things here. And then we will answer some questions for sure. Thank you, Metal Twister. Welcome to Colorado. Denver and Aurora are great places to live. Do you travel the state? It is breathtaking. Yeah, it's beautiful here. I mean, I haven't traveled the whole state, but it's nice. Okay, here I go. Hi, Smiling Heart. Hi, Maya. Okay, I think I have some things. Start here. Hi, Anderson. Thank you. Hit the like button. Check out Freebird Spirit and her channel. Debbie can't be here. Watch the beginning to see why. Cliffhanger. But send her some love. Send her some love. And I miss my buddy. It's weird doing this without her, but we'll see how this goes. So, hi, Liz. Okay. Okay, before I get to the questions, I just think this is interesting. Hi. All right. So Liza Field said, I'm hungry and exhausted every day this fall, like I could sleep for 10,000 years. Anyone else? I'm usually worried about the biosphere and the underdog, but I'm too tired. Yeah, too tired now. Yeah, 'tis the season. I think it's a hibernation thing. We want to load up on the carbs and the sweets and go to bed, or I do. I don't know. All right. Anyway, okay. Let's get to the questions, guys, because this is political. It's not Lisa Live. So, all right. Let me see what I've started. I've just started 7 things. It's going to be hard to do both. So let's see what we have here. Okay, well, Metal Twister. Hi, Metal Twister. Right off, you have a question about what I was discussing. So, Metal Twister says, any insight on the military invasion of African Americans living in a South Side Chicago apartment building? Do you see this happening in other U.S. cities? Okay, well, let's do this. Here we go. We have a little sippy sip of some water here. Okay. South Side of Chicago. I'll tell you what. I'll use these cards on this one. Um, I mean, off the cuff, obviously, I've been thinking about this one. Um, it feels like it's very much a trial run. It really feels like it's trying to see what they can get away with, trying to see how far the envelope can be pushed on everything. It's frightening. And no surprise, Debbie and I have talked about it before in the past. It's not a matter of who it's going to happen to, it's just when it's going to happen. Um, he's coming for all of us, all the categories. If you're not a billionaire and you have not signed up for some weird contractual thing where he benefits, you're screwed. So, um, and that's kind of a wake up call because a lot of people, I guess we could say privileged, those who are privileged and just always see a lot of these events as, oh, it happens over there. It's not going to happen to me. No, it's happening. It's happening to the military. It's happening to the disabled. It's happening to the elderly, Medicaid stuff, all that stuff. The government shutdown. Immigrants, ICE doing their thing, right? And we know ICE is composed of the sketchiest element of humans that we have here. So there's that. So anyway, insight on the military invasion. I mean, I do see it happening in other cities, but let's see what these cards are doing. Let's see. Okay, so all right. Here's the thing. I guess the cards are indicating it's not so much it happening in the other cities, but creatively it's going to happen in different formats, in different uh, interpretations. In fact, it's already happening, is what the cards seem to be showing. I got this in this deck. It's the costume designer, Princess of Cups. Whenever I see this, it always makes me think of creativity, maybe thinking outside of the box on stuff, those kinds of things. So yeah, I think there are things already in place and measures that are going to be implemented, that'll be a surprise for us, like a little sneak attack. But this was definitely a test. This was seeing what they can get away with, unfortunately. Um, this is interesting. I got the Princess of Swords. In this deck, it's the activist. And when I see this card, I mean, in this particular question, it feels more along the lines of the uprising of it all. People are going to put up with this crap. We, regardless of, oh, well, here's the card. Regardless of what the media shows us, what we're exposed to on a need to know basis and all that stuff, I think that over time we've all gotten smarter. We kind of know what to expect. A lot of skepticism, a lot of really being on high alert with things. It's like you're not fooling us on a lot of things. This isn't going to stand for long. The moves that are being made right now are going to be challenged big time by the citizens, all citizens, all citizens. I'm not saying that just African Americans, although I do feel like the goal is to get any category of people stirred up so that they have an excuse to do some shit. You know what I mean? Um, I think this is a case of us understanding that that might be the plan. But we're not having it. It's that fear thing too, because I think sometimes when they do things like this, it makes people feel like they need to hold back a little bit and not stir the pot. Oh, the pot's gonna be stirred. The pot's gonna be stirred on this one. I did get it's the magician making things happen. They're really trying to initiate an issue, which we already talk about. Debbie and I read about it all the time. This regime is so skilled at creating a problem and then stepping up like they are solving the problem when they are the problem. I think I said the exact same thing last week or the week before. I don't know, something like that. I got the Emperor and I got defeat, and that's promising. Here's the Emperor. Okay. And I did get defeat. This is the Five of Swords in this deck. So what's going on isn't going to last. I don't know the timing of it, but it's not going to fly. And people are over it. People are tired. Everybody's exhausted. Everybody's completely over it. It's almost like this is the last straw because it's complete invasion with no foundation, no premise for search and seizure, all that stuff. And it's infringing upon all the rights that we understand as being the most American thing. Your rights are being violated on this one. And unfortunately, although we know with the immigration and all that stuff, it's been an issue, completely an issue. But sometimes it needs to hit home. And I think it's hitting home for a lot of people now. Like I said, with the military and the elderly and the disabled and, it's all a thing. And anyway, happening in other cities. It could be happening in other cities, but it's not going to last for long at all. Not at all. Okay. I might be too chatty on that one, but there's a lot of layers to that one. So that's probably why I'm doing that. But thank you, Metal Twister, for your question. Appreciate it. Let me see if anybody's saying anything in the comments. Everybody hit the like button, subscribe, all that stuff. Freebird Spirit. We miss Debbie. We love Debbie. Send her some love. She should be back next week. Okay, yes. Pam Pierce said they're trying to normalize attacks on Americans, especially people of color. We have to stand up for them. Yes, absolutely. 100%. And we will. I feel like that's going to happen. Okay, let me do another question. Let's see here. I'm seeing lots of great questions, guys. I might not get them all, but I'm going to give it a shot. Okay. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Tori. Hi, everybody who's just, hey, greeter. Gracious lady. Yeah, everybody, please. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. All right, let's see what else we got. Dragonfly. Hi, Dragonfly. All right. So Dragonfly's question is, why hasn't 45 been called to task on him making money for himself while in the White House? Even before throwing cards, it's that whole transactional thing. Money talks. He's making money. And I feel like in some situations with him making the money that he's making, it's helping others make money. So they're protecting him. They're making sure that he's solid because it affects them too. Don't get it twisted. He's not just making money for himself. He's making money for other people. So that's the vibe I'm getting on that question right there. There's a reason behind it, and it's solid, and it's frightening. Unfortunately, here in the States, money is power. He's got a lot of coverage for himself. The one thing that's going on though now, obviously with his mental capacities and all that stuff, he's careless. And people are getting worried. I keep saying Epstein. I cannot stop saying anything related to Epstein. People are worried about, it's not even just that, just any kind of embezzlement or, shady dealings. They're willing to do anything, make sure that this is their guy and he's okay. So that's why he hasn't been called to task. And I'm not making this just strictly a GOP Republican thing, Democrats as well. This is across the board, guys. We just don't know. Big business and politics don't need to be as intertwined as they are. And because they are, we've got big fucking problems, is what I feel on that one. But anyway, all right. I'll throw some cards, though. I feel like I just kind of said a bunch of stuff. But let me go ahead. Let's see. It's so weird doing this without Debbie. I miss my money. I miss her. All right. Let's see. I can't tell if I'm talking too much or too little. Going off on tangents. And like I said, guys, I'm sure you all are putting great questions in there, but I can't catch them all. So, okay. Why hasn't 45 been called to task on him making money for himself on the White House? That's funny. Okay, that's super funny. Okay, all this is funny. Wow. Okay. All right. So I use the fun cards on this one. The first card, the first card that I got was Coward, which is interesting. Maybe that goes along the lines of what I was saying. People are fearful. The big people are fearful. It's really disappointment that the appropriate people are not stepping up to stop this. It's spiraling out of control, right? I got out. I got loss. I got difficult message. There's too much going on with his connections. And I think that that's a lot of the problem. The last card I get was destruction and breakdown. This could be destruction and breakdown for him, but also for anybody else involved. Lots of surprises here, guys. What's the saying? Oh God, what is it? It's something like, be careful who your heroes are. Or, you just don't know, guys. You really don't. I think that once a lot of this information, I know I keep saying Epstein, but money laundering, human trafficking, heavy duty crimes, all that stuff. Once we really figure out who's a participant in this or who's a silent supporter because there's something on them. Somebody's gonna be heartbroken out there. People are flawed, and I think that there are a lot of flawed people with this, and our leaders and our government, I believe it is a huge part of that, and it's scary but true. So there's that. But anyway, that's my answer to that. Thank you, Dragonfly, for your question. Thank you so much. Let's see. Let's see. Everybody else, hi. Thanks for being here. Ness, thank you for yay. Thank you for holding space for us. Thank you, Ness. You're always so supportive. Ness is great. And everybody, Ness does something with Debbie too on Freebird Spirits channel. So make sure you check out that stuff too. Ness is very talented. So thank you, Ness, for that. And Pam Pierce. Oh, thank you for your donation. Oh man, I'm not used to this. Thanks for the donations, guys. I don't know why I can't highlight it. Where are you? There you are. Thank you, Pam. Oh, and what a cute avatar. Love the puppy. Thank you, Pam, for your donation too. Okay. Let me go back to the start questions. Yes, they are so awful. Nancy D is saying, absolutely. Yes, they are so awful. Should I just leave that on the screen for a while? Let's just sit with this for a second. They're awful. Let that sit in. Crazy. It's exhausting. All right. Let's go back to the questions, guys. Core has something here. Hi, Core. We love Core. Lisa, if Epstein info is on your mind, it's significant. Yes. Facts. It's probably on your mind too. Crazy. Oh, and I saw, I did see the Diddy thing. Nobody talks about Diddy. I mean, think of it, guys. Seriously, if Diddy is, under the microscope for his stuff and getting sentenced, which is so similar to what Donnie is doing or has done or has participated in. They're all in the same circles. Seriously. I mean, the money, right? Okay, music, get it. Politics, get it. But they're all in the same arena. Things are coming to a head, y'all. It's just a matter of time. You can't tell me that one doesn't know anything about the other. Seriously. Okay, anyway, I digress. All right. Okay, so Sonny said, okay, Diddy got 4 years? Diddy got just 4 years? Am I reading that right? Are you kidding me? Money talks, y'all. Money talks. That's all I got to say. That's ridiculous. And that just sets a precedent for other things, right? Wow. That almost reminds me of the whole deal where back in the day, prior to when Epstein was on the hook for the stuff that led up to his demise, remember when he had like the work release thing? You're going to do all the stuff that you do and have all the connections you have, and you can work and leave. I don't know. They had some kind of weird arrangement where he was able to leave where he was incarcerated from and go work. And come and go, and I don't know. It's so different, right? I mean, I could go out today and get like the worst speeding ticket and get more backlash than these guys. It's just crazy. Okay, anyway. Again, I'm getting off task. Sorry guys. Crazy. Okay. Questions. Back to the questions. All right. Let's see. Ellen. Hi, Ellen. Oh, cute pic. Oh, look at you in the pic taking a pic. Now that's like double duty there. You're being extra today. I like it. I do. I like it. All right. So, yes, great pick. So, will our Democratic representatives develop a backbone and begin fighting fire with fire? You know, I feel like they're trying. They're trying. You know, we've got a few of our heavy hitters that we always see. And this is something else that Debbie and I have talked about previously. It just seems like the Democrats are always so hung up on going by the playbook, you know, really following the rules and doing the things, sending the emails and just being like this, waving the finger. And that's not who we're playing with anymore. You know, these guys don't go by the rules. So if you're fighting somebody who's not following the rules, when you follow the rules, it doesn't mean shit. And I think that's a lot of the coaching that the Democrats need. And I still feel it's so funny. I've personally reached a phase where I'm kind of over the Democrat Republican label thing. It's not about that almost anymore. It's just do the right thing. Nobody's doing the right thing. Okay, so anyway, all right, I will answer your question. Here we go. Let's see. Let me use. Let me use these. I'll use these other cards. All right. Will our Democratic representatives develop a backbone and begin fighting fire with fire? All right. Oh my God. All right. Okay. It feels like yeah. I want to say yeah. It's interesting. I got the candle on this. You know, candle, fire with fire. Well, let's be literal with this one. But figuratively with the candle, you know, shining a light on the situation, those kinds of interpretations. I mean, I feel positive about that. I do. I got Watchdog. And actually when I saw this card, it made me feel like you know, we're so, because of the internet and the, you know, the way information is so available right now, it feels like if we don't see it, it's not happening. And I believe that there are things happening that we're not seeing. So that's a positive. I think there are positive things happening that we're not necessarily seeing. And there's like, there's something to that because sometimes maybe it's not so good to broadcast everything. Things are happening, guys. I do think that there are representatives actually on both sides who are developing a backbone in fighting fire with fire. We're just not necessarily seeing it. So that's kind of how I feel with that. I got knife, we could call that being more assertive about things. I even got mirror. Maybe this is being reflective upon the way things have been handled in the past and maybe seeing it a different kind of a way now. I got gift. That's very positive. That feels good. Something to come. Something in the near future. That feels super good. I think, yes, I do feel like all representatives are going to develop a backbone and start fighting fire with fire. And I think that's very strategic that we aren't hearing a lot of it. And that's fine. If we aren't hearing it and it means there's going to be a positive outcome, so be it. So I do feel like there's something kind of cool with that. So there's that. So thank you, Ellen, for your question, for sure. All right, let me take that one off. Go back to the chat. Hi guys, hi everybody who's just come in. And also, when this is over, please leave a comment and check out Freebird Spirit. And I know we all miss having Debbie here. I do. But yeah, she'll be back soon. All right, let me find another question. Okay, Ness. Ness has something here. Ness, thank you for your other donation. I had to click this. Come on. So, Lisa, can you pull cards if he will ever get out of jail or another charge holds him in longer? Question. I'm guessing we're talking Diddy. The diddler. Okay. Can you pull cards if he will get out of jail or another charge holds him in longer? Okay. Let's use these. For those of you who don't know, I'm not super familiar with the Kipper, but sometimes they make me feel a certain kind of way. So if you are not getting how I'm reading these, I understand. But I just kind of go with what I feel. So, Diddy. The diddler. Will he get out of jail or another charge holds him in longer? Diddy's nervous, guys, and I've always felt like if Diddy were a normal human being, I almost feel like he would have done something to harm himself, but he's such a narcissist. And I feel like even with everything that's going on, I feel like he's going to come out. I feel like he feels like he's going to come out squeaky clean somehow, writing that book, producing and writing that movie. It's so American, right? I mean, he's going to get out of jail for sure. Another charge holds him in longer. Let's see. All right. I mean, he's transactional too. All these guys and gals are. Nobody's even talking about Ghislaine anymore. She's transactional. It's worked out for her. Remember, she made that move to that lighter security facility. I think they pulled her out of that because she was getting some grief. I'm not too sure on that one, but they're all transactional. They all know a guy, if you know what I'm saying, to help them out in a sticky situation. But look, I got adjudication. He's always going to have that cloud over his head. I'm not so sure. Yeah, that getting out of jail. There could be something that holds him in longer. And Ness, you might be intuitively picking up something with that. I got pathway, house. I got message of concern. It's actually a mature woman. Interesting. It makes me feel like he's got information. It's not so much the charges that could hold him in longer. He's got enough information to help him out, is what I'm feeling on this. He knows stuff about some important people here. And he can use that as leverage, I think. Let me pull one more card and see what's going on. Main male. I mean, I don't know. Kipper, guys, beats me. It feels like there's something he can offer up that we're going to hear about down the line that could help him out. He can use his leverage. I mean, he obviously the 4 years thing. He's probably already offered up some leverage on that level because I can't even believe that. 4 years. Yeah. He knows things. He's going to continue to know things. It's actually giving me a flashback of I remember in the 80s or whatever, Ted Bundy did this whole thing where he would just, when it was close to his execution time, he would, give up another victim's information, so the family would know that it was him and they'd have an idea. It's almost like that kind of a thing where he's just sitting on stuff. It might be something like that is what I'm kind of feeling on that. So I don't know. But thank you, Ness, for your question. Look at us. Wait, look at the time. I'm looking at the time. For those of you who don't know, on my channel here, when I do the other stuff, I get accused of paying too much attention to the time, and I'm doing it again. I think I'm doing it now because, I'm solo. I miss my buddy. I'm having a great time with you guys, though. This is kind of nice. I don't know. Maybe I'll do this more. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Let me go back to the questions. What do we have? NJ. Hi, NJ. So NJ is asking, will the military hold against the regime? I'll tell you what, I've been standing firmly on this from the get-go. I have always said the military is going to be the key, if not the only key, but a contributing factor to getting this regime the hell out of here. The military's over it. It's so evident that they don't care about the military. They don't care about them having their benefits. There's no respect. Remember how he was, at the cemetery back in the day. Remember how blatantly ridiculous Hexeth is all the time up until now. in the treatment of, uh, people who identify a certain way in the military, and um, the rejection of, people who want to serve, but if they don't fit those categories, those approved categories, they're not fit. That's just wrong. I don't like it. Makes no sense. And even now, with the way they're carrying on, that recent speech that Trump did, Hegseth did, it's just obnoxious. I think they're not on board. A lot of them are not on board. And I think it's only a matter of time for somebody to step up, for them to be removed. I'm going to say the word removed. I'm going to throw it out there. I still feel like the military, on some level, is going to remove all these people. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I mean, read your history books, guys. Whenever there's a dictatorship, majority of the time, military steps in. So I'm standing by that one. I'm still doing it. It's unpopular, but no, yes, NJ, I do feel like the military is going to stand firmly. They have their own oaths. Historically, with the whole following orders thing, it doesn't fly. Eventually that comes to a head. So there's that. But, I'll throw some cards though. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's up with that. I'll use these. Hang on. Okay. Will the military hold against the regime? I'm just gonna, it's a yes or no. I'm not even gonna go into it. My very first card was the sun, so yes, I feel yes. Yes is the answer. There you go. Thank you, NJ, for your question. Thank you so much. Let's see. We got Wayne here, Deb Z. Hi, guys. Ink and Flame, Chris Cassidy, Carol. Hi, everybody. Iris, hello. Sunny, hi. Good to see you guys. All right. Let's do one. Oh, I don't know. I might do more than one more. Let's see what other questions we got here. Actually, let me go back into the chat and see if there are any recent questions. Hold on. Let's see. Scrolling through, guys. Give me a second. Butterfly wings. Hi, butterfly wings. So you said, I'm not scared for myself, but what they're doing to the young people future, I'm pissed about. We all need to stand up and raise our voices loud and strong. Yes, absolutely, guys. Yeah, do the right thing. Support everybody. I think the biggest downfall of Americans is that sometimes we have a tendency to think it's not going to happen to us. Even when I think about it, growing up, you're seeing the third world countries and the distant battles and wars and famine. It just seems like it's just not part of your bubble. We are the bubble now, y'all. We're in it. It's happening here. And I think that shock value is hard to absorb. And in doing that, in ignoring what's happening locally, things escalate. And then at some point, it's just too late to stop it. And it's gotten too far. It's gotten way too far. People from other countries are trying to school us on how their historical experiences are being reproduced right now here. And we're not learning. We're not learning, So, yeah, I hear you, Butterfly. Everybody needs to pay attention and do what they can. And I know it's hard to tangibly get your hands on stuff sometimes and know what to do. But with the voting, with the support, with the emails, with the activism, protesting, but be safe. And I get that too. But don't let fear get a hold of you with this. That's how they win, with the fear. Don't be fearful. We can get this under control. It's just really getting together and doing it, right? All right, let me go down some more here. Debsy said, Nixon seems like a Boy Scout compared to Taco Man. Yeah, Watergate's like child's play compared to this shit, right? Crazy. Naked Flame. American exceptionalism has its limits. It's more myth than truth. We've done atrocious things for this power. Yes, absolutely. Dava said that was one crazy ass speech. Are we talking about 45's speech to all the military heads? He is certifiable, guys. At this point, he's just a talking head. And that's another thing that I think maybe we need to pay attention to, is the fact that all this doesn't come from Trump, guys. He is the puppet. We've got Netanyahu, we got Putin, we've got Peter Thiel. We've got all these, Stephen Miller. We've got all these behind the scenes people who are actually pulling the strings. And I think everybody forgets that too. The people we don't talk about are the ones that are doing the talking. He's just some fucking idiot who's out there as the president. Oh my God, don't get me started on what's her name? Press Secretary Caroline. She does not produce any of her own thoughts at this point at all. It's just her just doing a whole lot of this and just being a parrot and praising him. And just blatantly lying. That's not even subtle. It's just straight up, let me make up some stuff and somebody's going to believe it. And unfortunately, guys, there are people who still believe this stuff. Those of us who don't, it's frustrating. So, I don't know. I still feel like there's hope, guys. There is hope. There's light at the end of the tunnel. I still kind of want to say something's going to happen prior to Halloween. It's kind of a joke, kind of not. I don't know why I'm hanging on to that, but maybe it's wishful thinking on my part. But I think this month is going to be very significant and very important. I don't even know if anybody else is saying that. And, if I'm wrong, I'm sure somebody will let me know. All right, so look, we're almost at an hour. Let me pull a card for everybody. Let me pull a card from Spirit for all of us. Let me get the little deck I like to use. Like I said, guys, send Debbie some love. She will be back hopefully next week, and we'll be together to do this, and she'll be back to doing all the uploads and all the wonderful things that she does on her Freebird Spirit channel. But for those of you who hung out for this, thank you. I'm so happy because this is new. This is new for me, doing it quite like this. So, thank you. Like and subscribe to Spirit Intuitive Tarot. That's me. And I will be going live tomorrow on Lisa Live. It will be at 5. Lisa Live at 5. I won't be doing political readings, but we'll all just be touching base and winding down and trying not to think about politics is the goal. I'll tell you what, though. I've had so much fun with you guys today. Maybe I'll squeeze in some stuff on a separate event, not tomorrow. All right. Message from Spirit for all of us. Nice. All right. I don't know how you all are feeling necessarily right this second after all of this, focusing on all the negative things in the world. But I pulled card number 20 here. It says, it is time to celebrate. Cultivate an air of celebration today. I mean, you can create your own celebration, guys. Don't swim in this. It's tough. It affects all of us in all kinds of ways, all the things that are going on. But take time out to celebrate yourself and celebrate others, the accomplishments of yourself and of others, and have a good time, as best you can. This community is wonderful. It's so supportive. But anyway, here's the card from Spirit. It is time to celebrate, cultivate an air of celebration today. I think that's important. Look at that. Do that, guys. Celebrate. Everybody has something positive to offer. Everybody here is so full of love and positivity. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep fighting. Keep yourself in the know of what's going on, of things around us right now, because it's important. This is an important year. It's an important month. So pay attention, right? Okay. Please leave a comment when this is over, and hit the like button, subscribe if you'd like. Hope to see you tomorrow if you just want to hang out, have a beverage or not. Bring your water. It's okay. And snacks. We like snacks. But anyway, and again, send love to Debbie because we love her. All right. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thank you. I feel supported by all of you to get through this solo. So I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you soon. So thanks. Enjoy the rest of your weekend for sure. Smoochies and hugs. Bye, y'all.